Hi everyone, it is now day 19 of Tour de Fleece, and I'm going to move back to my major craft, but first I thought I would just kind of show you, since I've skeined up my black from yesterday, just thought I'd see if I can do this. I know the lighting here is not really all that great. So these are the two skeins. This is the earlier skein. Let me have a look and see if I can maybe show you close up. This is the earliest earlier skein that I did, which is kind of more of a black grey kind of colour, and this is the one that I finished yesterday. So I don't know if I hang them up here next to each other, if you can kind of see there is a slight difference. Camera's probably not picking it up quite so well, but this one is a lot darker and shinier. This is more of a grey sort of a colour, really. I guess you can kind of see the difference here. And I kind of think if I put these together in a jumper, it's a little bit too, I think you'd definitely be able to tell that there's a big difference in the colourway in those two. I'm kind of hoping, I'm pretty sure in my stash I've got a hand spun black skein, and I'm kind of hoping it's the same as this, because this is what I would really like. I mean, I don't mind if it matches this, but if I can get a matching skein from my stash, then I could still use these. Let me just see if I can pop these back up here. Excuse me. And then I can still add them with what I'm hoping to spin here today, or for the next few days. I'm going to open this packet and strip this back and use this, and that of course will be my accent, or the kind of the yoke, because I'm planning to do a top down. Oh, if you heard a noise, that's Maya just bringing me a ball because she wants to play with. So that, yes, and there she is saying she definitely wants me to play. I just have to kind of hi I just have to kind of throw that for her. Yes, it's just like children. Every time you sit down to do something, of course the dogs want to come and play. Yes, so this is a first editions fibre, and it's a 80% merino and silk, and here she is. You can just see her little head here. Little Maya just wants me to play, and all I want to do is start stripping back this and start spinning. So I think I might do that while at the same time as playing with Maya. The other thing I was just going to show you before I start was, here's my apron. And for those people who have been watching my blogs on YouTube, Bishop Stone Yarn under YouTube, you will, I don't even know if it's going to show you, but can you see all that lovely black and white fibre all over my apron? I was going to clear that off before I started spinning this coloured, but then I'm thinking I might leave it there and then take it off at the end. I think that might be the way to go. Anyway, I'm going to stop now. I'm going to strip this, open this and strip this back and do a bit of spinning, and hopefully I'll get a bit of videoing of the spinning without Maya barking at me. Okay, so I have now just tried to strip back this this bump of wool, but I was trying to strip it back in colourways, but it's turned out to be very difficult. So I've tried to strip back kind of in one long go, but it's really difficult. I've tried to get just the colour, but of course then there's the black, and then I've got pink and bits and pieces here. I'm just going to try my best, because I want to have enough contrast between this skein and one of the black and white skeins, so that when I go to knit this up as a jumper, it's going to show up as a different colourway in the yoke. At the moment this is just looking very similar. I have started with a blue-white kind of colour. We'll see how we go. I'll just spin it up and see what the end skein looks like. I was kind of hoping that I might have been able to, it's a bit hard to show you, but I was kind of hoping that maybe, see how there's the different colours in here, like, let's see how there's the the orangey colour there, I was kind of hoping I could just strip back just a thin strip of each colour, but it's not turning out to be as easy as I thought. I think the coloured bits are more the silk, and then spinning up the silk by itself wouldn't be particularly good. I need to have a mix of the silk and the wool together. It's not quite as I had envisaged in my mind it was going to be, but that's okay. That is the joy of spinning sometimes. It doesn't always, sometimes we just have to play around with it and see what we end up with. So that's what I'm going to do. I'll try and strip back my colours as much as I can and try, I kind of laugh saying this, but I'm going to try and do my second bobbin in the same sort of stripped colorway, hopefully, that I'm doing this. So like, you know, start with the blue and white first and then move on to the orange, and then, which means of course I have to go and get a pen and paper and write it down, write down exactly what it is that which order I've spun this first bobbin, because by the time I've come to finish this bobbin I will have no memory of what I've just spun and in what order the colours were. So that's my goal for the next few days. A little bit of spinning homework, a little bit of note taking, a little bit of stripping back. Yes, I don't know. We'll see how it goes. It's all going to be fun. I've got a few more days. I've got, what are we? It's Wednesday today. I've got until Sunday. That's the end of the Tour de Fleece, and then the Tour de Femme actually starts on Saturday and then goes for a week. So, you know, I've got a bit of spinning ahead of me, bit of fun, bit of enjoyment. We'll see how it goes, and I'll catch you all tomorrow. So I'll keep spinning and talk to you all later. Hi, it's me again. I was just going to show you, I thought I would just keep spinning with this apron, but I don't know if you can see or not, but it has so much fluff all over it, and I do have a white jumper on. I'm slightly concerned that I'm going to end up with all of this fluff all over my jumper. So I'm just going to do a quick wipe down. Oh my gosh, can you see how much is coming off? I cannot believe this. Oh, look at that. I could probably make, no, I was going to say I could make another bobbin out of this, but that's a bit of an exaggeration. But, oh my gosh, there is so much fluff coming off here. Look at all that. Oh my gosh. Yes, I think this was the right decision to give this a bit of a wipe down before I go much further. This is one of the reasons why when we spin, we wear aprons to protect our clothes. Look, it looks like I've been brushing a dog or a cat or something instead of just my apron. So this is an apron that I made quite a few years ago now. My sister-in-law, who lives in New Zealand, oh, there's Maya again wanting to play with the ball. My sister-in-law, who lives in New Zealand and is an absolutely brilliant at sewing, and makes so much of her own clothes. She is just absolutely brilliant at what she does. Anyway, she gifted me this pattern for this apron. I think it's called the Maria apron, if you can kind of see. It's got like a bit of crossover at the back and just a little kind of like straight kind of anyway, so I got this linen and I made this up, and sorry, I'm just bending over trying to get the last of this to show you. Oh look, it's still coming. It's yes, well, there we go. That is my little fluff off my apron. I might try and put that into my skein here somewhere, or into another skein. This is one of the wonderful things about spinning, isn't it? That usually if I was just spinning a fleece, this wouldn't happen, but I think it's because there's a lot of silk in what I've been spinning up that little bits of the silk are catching everywhere. Oh, I just feel like I've had a big shave. Look at that, even more. Okay, enough of this frivolity. I better get back to spinning and keep this for something to spin up later. Okay, bye.